What is up, tractor lovers? This is Jathan with For the Love of Tractors. It is a cold and rainy Sunday evening here in the Midwest, so I thought we'd do a quick review of the brand new Minneapolis Moline G1000 Vista from the toy tractor Times and Spect Cast. So, let's talk tractors, y'all. Like I said, we're here with the brand new Minneapolis Moline G1000 Vista. This is a toy tractor Times tractor, and Spec Cast is making this. As you can see, it comes with a nice open box here, so if you want to leave it in the box and display it, you can still kind of see the tractor and enjoy it that way. I think first thing, which we traditionally do here, is we take a look at the real tractor, or at least the statistics of the real tractor. And not any information on that on the box, but I happened to did some research, and I know a few things about the Minneapolis Moline G1000. So, made in 1969, you could have owned one for $8,200, brand new back then. Now, I don't even think you can get these for that today. I mean, a real one. They're pretty sought after, pretty highly collectible, especially in good shape. So if you have a couple of these laying around in your barn, you might want to slap some paint on them and get some money out of them. You could buy a whole lot of these toys for that. They came with an 8.3 liter 6-cylinder engine that made 100 horsepower. And you got three versions of the G1000. You could get a row crop, you could get a Wheatland, or you could get the Vista. Now the Vista is just a extra height on the platform, if you will. So Vista meaning view, so you can see your entire field in front of you. Pretty neat idea, and makes for a pretty cool looking tractor. So, including the toy. Anyway, let's just take a closer look at the toy here. So, as I told you, the real one would set you back $8,200 in 1969. Today, a lot more. The toy, however, it's only going to set you back about $30, roughly. I got this at the Bloomington, Illinois show over Thanksgiving weekend. I saw them ranging from $30 to $40, roughly. And then there's a chaser unit that has front wheel assist on this that was going for $75. If you kind of want some pro advice here, if you want that chaser unit, wait. Those chasers are always overpriced at the start, at release. There's plenty of them. Every dealer had some. A lot of dealers had multiple, so they're not rare. And I just have a feeling if you want the chaser unit, you're probably going to get it for half of the $70 to $75 asking price, but in 6 months to a year. So this is my advice there. I think chasers they're a little played out at this point because they're not really hard to get, and the dealers are just sort of gouging. So whatever, that's neither here nor there though. So I hope that the details on this very nice little tractor are showing up for you here. You get a cool little front weight stack here. There are 5 weights there, and the grill is silver. That is correct there. And I've been trying to determine if that's painted or a tampo or if that's an insert. I'm not real sure how that's cast in there or whatever, but they did a really good clean job making that silver. Your front end does not steer. Not a big deal at all, in my opinion. You get a lot of detail though. You get your spindle and your arm details there and everything. Super cool. That rolls really well. Front tires look pretty good. The rear tires, I'm not a big fan of these. They look generic. They've got a flat sidewall, just sort of your typical, I don't know, 1/64 scale production tire, if you will. Not my thing. But probably could make a pretty sweet custom out of that by pulling those off and putting something else on there. So, of course, you get the handrail, the steps. Really like the step detail here. You've got the individual holes. It's not just like a single cast piece. If we move around to the back, we, of course, have the 2-point hitch, and we have a realistic hitch on our drawbar. Love that. So that's nice detail. Don't have to change that out if I decide to make something to put behind it. You get your levers. These are kind of a rubbery material, so you can actually kind of play with them a little bit, which is pretty neat. A nice little steering wheel here. and the seat looks good and accurate. I was really happy about that. This isn't a complaint, but this light isn't painted. I don't know why. That's weird. I mean, why wouldn't they take like 2 seconds to do that? So I'm going to have to do that myself. No big deal. I'm just moving back around to the side of the tractor. Looks good. You know, you got some engine detail here, and as well on the other side, you've got your manifolds and your, you know, your lines and all that stuff. Really well done tractor for the most part. So, you know, fenders are plastic. That's fine. I mean, I'm not complaining about that being plastic. The only downside is this fender, and I don't know if this shows up on the camera or not, is a little lighter than this fender in color. And then both are lighter than the metal parts, the die-cast parts of the tractor. So not a big deal. Like it's an issue you don't notice from 5 feet away. So I'm not complaining. Not a big deal. But anyway, overall, this is a really sweet tractor, and for, you know, the $30 asking price, and I imagine if you give this a little bit of time, you're probably going to see these for more like $25, give or take. When you consider that, you know, $20 to $25 gets you that 8650 John Deere National Farm Toy Show tractor, which kind of sucks, if I'm honest. This is a pretty sweet deal for that price. So really happy that the Toy Tractor Times worked with Spec Cast to get us a G1000, one of my favorite tractors. I know it's been hugely requested. So as always, that'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and sharing and commenting. We would love to hear what you think about this tractor. Hey, what other tractors would you like to see the Toy Tractor Times do in 1/64 scale high detail? I mean, maybe we can pass that along to them there. Please be sure to check us out on Facebook, For the Love of Tractors, here on YouTube, For the Love of Tractors, and our Shapeways store, FTLOT, and we are, of course, on Instagram now. As always, thanks for watching. Good night.